What's up guys, Mike Patton Chairs, happy Sunday. Go over the charts real quick. I won't spend too much time because BTC is still range bound. We had a plan last week. Go over it real quick. I didn't modify the chart at all. So the order block held. Right, I'm gonna go lower time frame so you see it. Okay. So there you go. We had a, where do I even start to begin? I'll show you guys what we were talking about. Okay, so we had a deviation at the bottom, which took out our original low, which led to a double top, right? And we went up. Now this double top over here, officially becomes an area of interest. Let's call this the EQ, even though it's not the EQ, but let's just call it the EQ because I don't know how else to identify it for you guys. So we broke above the equal highs, consolidated a little bit, faked out, deviated under the equal highs, and then we broke out. Now this breakout becomes important to us. Why? Well, because most importantly, it was the breakout that took out the liquidity from the lower low. This was the original lower low that took place from our high, right? This was the lower low. So you always need to take in consideration which was your first high and which was your first low, right? And now everything in between here is a range, and we're ranging between these two top parts. I'm going to redraw everything afterwards. So this becomes a very important and pivotal price action right here. And as you could tell, a lot of people thought it was a fake out, but truth be told, all it was just to go grab liquidity and come back and give us a higher low. Now we came back down. I think we touched the golden zone because we all went long in the Discord. We did touch the golden zone. This was the cluster down here that we were working with, which was also an SR flip. Now golden zone went up. This was officially previous. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. This was officially previous resistance deviation. Again, you guys are gonna. The longer you guys stick around with me, the more you're gonna understand how deviations work. I always play with deviations. It gives me an understanding of where the price is going and where it needs to go, right? Based on where. Oh, I'm bullish, but price does not need to go further up, right? So there's a difference in having a bias and a difference in what the price must do. So we deviated under the original low that was put in place after we took out this high, right? So now this cluster becomes very important, very important. We cannot lose this cluster if you want to continue momentum. We came back down, we retested, and we created an order block down here, right? This is an order block, 47.2. Those who don't understand what an order block is, it's pretty much a last down candle before an expansion. This last down candle, this black one, is an order block. Now this order block over here was the reason for this massive expansion up. So now this becomes a very important pivotal block. If we come down here and retest it, it should offer us some kind of reaction. You're not going to just nuke right through this, right? You will get a reaction of it. So we broke above. Daily open is over here, and now we are chugging along above Monday high, right? You can tell Monday high. So what is the most logical thing that needs to take place right now? Well, the 1 hour order block officially became a mitigation block. This right here. Let's make this gray. Because what is a mitigation block? It is let's just call it a breaker. This broke structure, retested it, resistance, came back down, retested it, flipped it. Now if we retest this is going to be support. So more likely than not, if we do happen to go down here, it's going to hold that support, and more likely than not, this is where I'm going to bid my my longs, right? So if that makes any sense, this is our most immediate support area right now, which is our 1 hour order block. Let's call it a 1 hour breaker, 1 hour mitigation block. I call it mitigation. Okay, I'll label it like that. Now we're sitting in a 2 hour order block. See this? I took a fib level. I did this block to block, right? White candle, block is block to block. I put the 0.5. By the way, guys, I changed my mic settings, so just let me know in the comments if if these settings are better than the previous ones, if you hear me clearer or worse. If it's worse, I'll revert back to the old settings. Okay, so see that? The middle of the order block, it's acting as resistance. I shorted here. I'm going to scalp short from up here. What's my target? This block and this daily open. Okay? That's what I'm targeting right now. And the reason why I took a scalp short isn't because I'm bearish, because I'm not. I think that we're going to go relatively higher. But we just did an expansion without any possible retracement. So more likely than not, we will get some kind of retracement by CME open tonight or by Wall Street open tomorrow. CME is open in about 7 hours at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And New York opens tomorrow around, the kill zone is around 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, even though the opening is at 9:30. But the kill zone starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, so you have to be cautious with the kill zone, okay? So this is what we have, guys, okay? This is exactly what we painted a few days ago. Nothing changed. Everything is intact. I'm going to give you more a more clear pattern in a second, okay? We're under the middle of the order block over here, which is the 0.5. Our range high is pretty much this resistance, the liquidity taken over here, and then this cluster over here. So ideally, if you think that we're going to get above this range high, instantly target your pink box, which is my penguin over here, $54,000 to $55,000. Excuse me. Okay, beautiful, right? I'll go over the oscillators in a second. I'll go over Ethereum as well, because I'm pretty heavy in Ethereum as well. Now, I will do this. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I'll make this very, very clear, very quick. So from a micro view, get your 4 hour out. Keep it very simple. 2 lines. This is your order block. This is your structural order block down here. Right? Down here. See there's a white box? This little white box right here. It's the most important box that we have. I'm gonna make this green. Support. Let's just call this support. High time frame, but micro range. Right? Not high time frame. It's 4 hours, so who cares? And then this is your liquidity grab that was taken, right? So this is still, this level is still resistance, right? See this? Can't get above it. So now we're stuck between these 2 ranges. So literally, if you think about it, we're in this box right now, right? And all this up here, that whole like upper channel, has yet to be tested. So what makes us think that we're not going to go up here and test this? 2 options right now. This is your most recent support area. Just looking at order blocks, okay? Right. This is your most recent support area. Let's make this green, which is pretty much you took the liquidity. You came back down. Right here. Right. You retested it, failed, came back down, broke above it. So now usually you go and you retest it, and then you make a decision whether you break under it short or you consolidate and you go up. So keep it simple. 2 lines. Ceiling, floor, support. Take your fib level. Let's not complicate this, guys, because the more lines, the more fibs, all that nonsense gets you confused. The mid, look where the mid lines up. I taught you guys what a mitigation block is, right? So I can't see us going under this green box. Unless if we go under that green box, we're gonna start talking about taking liquidity under this and this, right? Because if you think about it, what happened down there? Look what happened. We took the low, and we haven't closed a candle under it. Let's make this red, right? Took the low, broke up, came back down. A lot of buyers stepped in. A lot of liquidity is down here. Resistance came back down, retested that level, and broke up. Now we're creating a rounding top pattern. You could tell that by these top, excuse me guys, my throat is killing me today. These top wicks. So this is all you need on your chart. Everything else like this is beautiful. If you want a map, right? It's literally it's a beautiful map if you want the congestion and whatnot. So extension, bottom swing, top swing, higher low swing. This is your higher low swing. Where's your 1-to-1 extension? 55.9. Oh my God, look at the confluence, and it lines up exactly with our order block. So explain to me again why we assume that we're not going to go to 55Ks, right? I'm baffled. Two things are going to happen. Either we bounce down here and we go straight to the 1-to-1, or we could take a pit stop at the 786, come back down, and then figure out what's going to happen after that. But this right here, to me, it's like an 80% chance we're going to hit this. And that number is 53.8. High probability that this gets hit. High probability this gets hit, right? So scenario 1, we go straight to the 55.9, which is the 1-to-1 extension. Scenario 2, we go for the 786, which is 53.8, to take out this cluster. So this is cluster number 1. Remember, I had a penguin here. And this is cluster number 2, up here, sorry. Okay? Very logical, very straightforward. No mess, no nothing, okay? This is all you need. 2 lines, ceiling, floor, liquidity, support. That's it. Now, where's your daily open, guys? Remember, don't forget, daily open is very important because it's the weekend. And the weekend signifies that a lot of fuckery takes place, guys. Daily open, you have to mark it on the chart. Absolutely, you must mark it on the chart. Daily open. A retest of the daily open is on the table. Do not neglect it. Do not ignore it. Daily open. So a retest of this level, 48.8, on the table. One more thing I want to tell you guys. Where's the CME gap? Right there. CME gap. So Friday, we closed here. So these guys might bring us down here to fill this gap, touch the daily open, and then go back up, you know? Close the daily open. Now, where's our VWAPs? VWAPs. Everything looks good on the VWAP side, right? We didn't really leave anything untouched. Ooh, this 48 down here is empty. Mark it. Mark it, mark it. So we just have it. Just so we can have it, guys. Just so we can have it, okay? Previous VWAP. Green. Green. Done. Close. Okay, there we go. Now you have your levels plus your order blocks plus your visual. I mean, can't make money with this? What do you want me to tell you? I'm doing something wrong, man, you know? Daily level, CME gap, and the PVW all have confluence that if we do happen to go down here, guys, if we happen to roll over, you have a lot of options to long, right? Obviously, invalidation will be that you don't want to get under this, because if you start closing under this, you're going for this, so you're going to probably fill this whole gap down here. Okay, so that's the bullish scenario. Bearish scenario now. Bearish scenario. Bullish is the top side of the basically this wedge right here. This doesn't hold. This doesn't break, right? Right, doesn't break. And then you go up. Okay, bullish scenario. Now what happens with the bearish scenario? Okay, well I'll tell you guys what happens with the bearish scenario. Let's make this black. Oh, come on, dude. Bearish scenario. Take your fib extension. Top. Low. Top. Ooh. Look at the confluence. 786. 786 brings you to 46.2, which takes all this liquidity out. But are we really going to stop there? Just because we have an order block here? Right? We have an order block here. This cluster led to the expansion up. This led to the breakout. Right? So this is a very important cluster over here. So the bearish scenario now is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. This is what you're playing with now. This structure. And if this is your lower high from this is your high, and this is your lower high, if, right? Then you're going down to make a lower low, and this is your low, right? So you're playing with these 3 points. Then you want to target your 46.2. Hold on, guys. Telephone call. I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry, guys. So I don't know where I was, my train of thought, but unfortunately, bearish scenario, top, bottom, top over here. So if we're targeting the bottom, we want to take all this liquidity out, which means that we're probably going to target this liquidity, and then you have your weekly open at the bottom, which is very important to us because that's also the monthly open. I'm going to label it over here because that's pretty much the only thing that needs to be labeled, other than the Monday low. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Where is this? Right there. So I know I didn't want to put all this on the map again, but these levels are a must. Gold. All right, so Monday low is down here. I'm not going to even bother putting it on because it's just going to be a messy chart. So the bearish scenario right now is basically a retap of weekly open. Also taking this liquidity. Come on, man. What is this shit right now? Taking this liquidity on this side over here. Boom. Okay? Done. Boom. Okay, guys? So 2 lines. Ceiling, floor, weekly open, CME gap, the VWAP, max bear bull scenario, right? You could even take this on a higher time frame and do it like this, right? But it's okay. Put it under here. Makes sense. So that's the scenario that I'm dealing with if I'm bearish. Boom, done. Okay, done. So, and at that point, I will long this and target $55,000. So basically, no matter what happens, I want $55,000, right? I'm hoping for that 55K mark. That's what I want. All right. Now, let's talk about higher time frame. Yeah, exactly. I had it over here too. Same exact thing, but we just never hit our bids down here. So I'm currently sitting in longs from here, and from here, right? And I'm not trying to close any of them. Why? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I closed like 80% of the ones that I bought from here, but I kept everything open from here, and I kept everything open from here. I want to target $53,000. Okay, let me get rid of this right here. Let's talk about the 12-hour now. Okay, so now there's, all right, so, right, similar concepts. The only difference is that we went down and we swept the lows here. We didn't do it here. Well, technically speaking, we did. This was your original low, so we swept it with this, and we also swept this. So chances are that could be enough if you're bullish, right? But I still want more. But anyway, let me show you this right here. It's a beautiful song, by the way, guys. Beautiful song. Right there, guys. Okay, so grab wick to wick to it. So that, to that, to that. Okay, guys. So to me, this is bullish, right? This is bullish. There's nothing bearish about this situation. Only bearish thing that I could see is that we're doing a 3-top pattern, where this can relatively come back down here, retest the support, which is 48. What we said before, 48, 47, and then go further up to contest somewhere up here, right? So this is a bullish scenario to me. I can't see anything bearish with this structure over here. To give me even more confluence, let's go to trend bars, one of the indicators that we have. Again, guys, request these indicators. They're really good, man. What happened when we got our first 2 white candles, right? After the black downfall, right? We finally got our first 2 white candles since the downfall, which was black over here, since the downfall, which is black over here. So what does that show you? Oh, there's 2 things. I'm not saying we're mega bullish. I'm not saying we're going to the moon, but it shows that the 12 hours slowly flipping bullish. Now, 1 candle is not enough, but we're having our second candle right now. If this closes in the next 7 hours white, the way it is, and we don't just nuke down, basically, then I could confirm that I am trend bullish until somewhere around $56,000, $55,000. Like right now, I'm speculating that we're going to go to the 55, 56K, right? Especially because of the fib levels, right? Especially because of the fib levels. I think it was, I wanted to target the 7.5 or the 7.9, 7.5. Where's the 7.5? 7.5. Right here. right? So we hit the 618. My main target was going to be somewhere around here, 7.5. Sorry, 7.5, not 7.5, 7.5, which is $54,000 to $55,000, right? Based on the fib levels. So based on the fib levels, I'm bullish. Based on the white candle, I am, you know, unconfirmed bullish, right? Because I still want this to confirm, no matter what happens. I need the candle, a weekly candle to close. And then if you go on your daily time frame, you're still black, right? So the first white candle didn't happen until we did the breakout. So let's see when we're going to get our white candle. I already put an alert on it. Oops, what did I just do? Wait, did I do this wrong? Oh, I have it. You guys don't have it on this right here. Yeah, so I have the alert on mine. Yeah, there's no alerts on it from this side. So I don't know why. There should be alerts here. There you go. There is. Yeah, you guys have it. So daily bullish candle one time, and then you put daily turned white. Boom, done. And then when the alert hits, you know that the daily official turned bullish. Okay, guys? So, that's just an example. Okay, so now, oscillator-wise, I want to show you also one more thing too. The longer it takes for us to come down here, guys. Right. So the longer it takes for us to come down, basically, dude, you gotta be bullish until this line breaks, man. You gotta be bullish until this line breaks. You have to be bullish. If this breaks, then we can start talking about showing the retest and coming down here. You know, you have to be bullish until this line breaks. And if you want to take it, if you want to be a little more cautious, take the line from down here and do it like this. From down here, the main impulse. I think that was a Christmas time. Yeah, Christmas time impulse, which means that we're gonna probably come down here somewhere. Once we break, excuse me, guys, sorry about that. Once we break the orange line, we come down to the black line. So that will end up becoming a one top, two top, and then we consolidate over here as a third top, and then figure out what we're gonna do on this side, right? So there's 3 pivots, 3 tops, 3 consolidation marks, 1, 2, and then do another one over here, 3. And then see how the oscillators look on this end. Are we accumulating or we're not? Whether we're going to go up or down after that, like this, or further down, up. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm pretty confident we're going to see 75,000 to 100K before the end of the year. Oscillator-wise, everything looks beautiful on the higher time frame. There's a reason why it looks beautiful. That's what we're pumping right now. We're getting a 12-hour curl. I don't know what just happened. We're getting a 12-hour curl, which is amazing. We're up against resistance here, so you have to be very cautious, guys. But anyway, 12-hour curl, which means that we're going to get continuation. The 4 hour is officially bullish. See? 4 hour officially became bullish. So yeah, we might get a rejection here, but overall, this trend line has to come up, so we'll be fine. Short term, we might get a pullback because everything is exhausted, but I'm talking about like the way the trend looks. The trend looks great right now. I have nothing bad to say. Let's make this 1, 2. We're doing our third top now, guys. Oof. We're doing our third top. 1, 2, 3. Third top. 1, 2, and we're doing our third top right now. Yeah, so doing like this. 1, 2, 3, and we're under the trend line too, right? 1, 2, 3, and that what happened after that we dumped. Yeah, just be cautious. Scalp short probably. I'm in a scalp short, by the way. Let me see how the 15-minute looks. Yeah, once this thing starts curling, it's gonna be game over. 30-minute. Yeah, it's resistance. Hidden bull div. Right? Hidden bull div. RSX cross. Ethereum is putting in a triple top pattern. I'll go over this afterwards. Let me just look at BTC real quick. Oops, sorry. Short squeeze. Uh-oh. Let's get rid of these trend bars real quick. Let's do TMA bands. I wanted to see what's going on. Hold on. Yeah, it's just short squeeze. Let me see. Wow, this actually hit that. I want to show you one more thing, guys. Daily. What the daily has? The daily has. Let's go to a different. Right here. Look, the daily has a flat open. What does that show you guys? They're gonna definitely bring us down here. Flat open daily, guys. You know what a flat open daily means? See that? Flat open down here. No matter where this goes, it's gonna definitely come back down here to fill that wick. So be cautious. Let me see what else. 15 minutes now. Let's see what we're doing. We've been riding the mid TMA band. I don't really like shorting unless we lose the 15-minute mid TMA band, you know. Should stop. We got exhausted. We're curling up. Let's see. Oh yeah, the swing has room, huh? Interesting. Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind it. It should be fine. All right, so Ethereum real quick, guys. So Ethereum, I'm pretty mega long on Ethereum. Not gonna lie to you guys. Wait, hold on a second. How did that make sense? So the high was what? What was the high here? Oh, so I'm pretty mega long on Ethereum. Sorry about that, guys. Let me show you guys. Based on structure itself, that's why a lot of altcoins were popping like crazy. Based on structure itself, that's your main area that you need to get above. Right, and then once you get above that area, then you're getting slapped by this cluster over here. And then after that, you have the main cluster that I want us to go up to 1900 up here. So there's basically a road of massive resistance ahead of you. So even if you take the extension from the bottom to the top to the bottom again, take off log. You don't need log. Look where you match up. 786 is 1725, which takes out this liquidity cluster over here. This liquidity right there, right? So don't be surprised if you see something like this where you go up, take this liquidity, and then consolidate, deviate, and come back down. But overall, this is your re-up. This is where I will re-up, where I would actually buy more Ethereum. Which probably should match up with the wick to wick right there, right? So green zone is an absolute buy, and then if you get anywhere near the trend line, you re-up some fresh longs. Okay. Now if you do happen to come down and you break the trend line. Assume you break this trend line. Right, let's assume you break this trend line to the downside, because the oscillators are looking, I mean, they're a little exhausted, guys, but I wouldn't be worried about Ethereum yet. I think if you look at that, Ethereum broke out. Ethereum is literally above both blue and pink lines. This is like a free stoke right now to run all the way up here and do whatever it wants. Look at the RSX pointing up. It's not even ready yet. I wouldn't be too worried about Ethereum, guys. You know, Ethereum looks beautiful. Any dips on Ethereum is absolutely worth buying. You know, like look at OXT, right? For example, I went pretty heavy on this. Look at this. It's about to curl. It hasn't moved yet. This is a sleeper right now. Look how beautiful this is. Obviously, your invalidation is going to be this down here, but this is easily targeting up here. Where's my? I think it was the 10 hour that I saw. No, it was the 8 hour. Yeah, right here. Yeah, so right here. Easy target up there. Easy. Like I'm not even gonna have to like watch this, you know. So I got in somewhere. I think it was over here. My stop loss is here. My target is up here, and beautiful scalp. Should make a few G's and call it a day. If BTC decides to kill this and rolls over, then it is what it is. But I couldn't not take this trade. This trade was too good, you know. Okay, so now Ethereum in general. I wanted to show you this, the buy and sell signals, right? Let's get rid of these sells because we don't need them, because we're only interested in buying right now. Look at this. I mentioned this on Twitter before for you guys. We had our first buy signal since COVID dump in March, and now we had a second buy signal in February, right? Like, dude, come on. Indicator isn't really wrong with the buys. Look at the 12 hour. Look at all the 12 hour buys after COVID, obviously, not before, because we were downtrending before there, right? It caught literally every single bottom. Come on, guys. Look, double buy signal, right? It wasn't that bad during the downtrend, right? It still caught decent ones. Maybe this was a little fucked up right here, and this one was a little fucked up, but this was beautiful. This was beautiful, beautiful. Another one. How does Heiken look? Oh, Heiken's a little weirder, but I mean, I guess you get more signals on Heiken. I don't use Heiken often. I use it on lower time frame more so. But regardless, I'm trying to show you that you get a double buy signal on Ethereum. Your DMX is incredibly bullish. Go to your weekly. What does your DMX say in the weekly? We hit the buy zone. Last time we hit the buy zone was in March. So if we're targeting the mid right now, the mid says 2100 to 2600. If we go back to the mid area, right? So there's a lot of upside potential here, guys. I'm not saying to long it here. Don't get me confused. I mean, don't get confused with what I'm saying, because this thing still has to do this. Even BTC, right? RSX crossed down, very bearish. Let me see this one right here, right? RSX crossed down, very bearish. Where's Bitstamp? Here you go. So look at this, right? We're in the same boat right here. There's no difference between these two right here. Same thing with this. When you cross the RSX and you're going down, right? So now all we got to do is let these two kiss, and that should be the end. For this to kiss, we're probably gonna go to 70,000, guys. Excuse me, 75K, whatever. I don't know exactly where, but a lot more than where we are here. I'll tell you that much. The only way that gets saved is if the nuke goes down to 30s, and then kiss, right? So I'm leaning towards being weekly bearish, mid-time frame bullish, if that makes any sense. You know, that's why I'm not taking this out of the equation, guys. By the way, we had like a 9-hour buy. We had a 21-hour buy too. I mean, everything was just too easy to long. I mean, I wish you guys all were long with us. It was such an easy long. Let me get rid of this real quick. Don't be surprised. We have an 18-hour flat candle on the bottom. No, we don't. Don't be surprised if we see something like this. And I'm not saying that this is going to happen, guys, but just don't be surprised if this does happen. Because this is a valid scenario where we are just ranging. Right? The breakdown. And then we take your fib extension, assuming that this is your bottom, this is your top. and this is your, I don't know what just happened. Assuming that this is your bottom, and this is your top, and this is your higher low, and your 1-to-1 is at 55.945. Get rid of everything, except for those. So I don't need that, and I don't need the 88. So let's just work with the 1-to-1 for the time being. Something along the lines of this. We go up, touch the 1-to-1, and then come down, take out this, retest this cluster down here, right? Come down and then go up, and then basically do a deviation on the downside, similar to how we did on the top side. And then range while Ethereum runs, and then this becomes our range, right? While altcoins and Ethereum runs. So there's so many scenarios that I could paint, but it doesn't help anybody. I could sit here all day and just paint scenarios. But the more likely scenario for me is more upside. Excuse me, guys, I haven't had coffee yet. More upside to 55 or 57K, and the only way that that is invalidated is if we break the higher low that we made, which is this right here. We lose this, the whole upside for me is done. We're going to the bottom. But until we lose these wicks, they're going to protect us, man. A lot of buyers stepped in here, so I'm expecting a little bit more topside, right? So just, I'm going to buy whatever comes down here first. I'm going to buy it, and then target the 55K and the 53,000. Altcoins, I'm in a bunch of them, guys. RSR, look at this. This is like one of the most beautiful charts that I've seen. Me and my buddy Armin in the Discord, we aped in like fucking monkeys. Like, dude, how do you say no to this chart? This is so beautiful. Right? So beautiful. Look at this. Right? Once we get above the neckline, which is going to be up here, this is going to fly. So we got in, I think, somewhere down here, I think. I forgot, but we were in this, yeah, probably down here. We're also sitting, I'm personally sitting in Algo. I caught Algo here, but I got rid of it when we came back down. Yeah, there you go. This is where I got screwed out of my Algo. So I caught it here, I got out of it here, and then I rebought it here. There you go. That's what happened. Yeah, because Algo got me confused a little bit. I was in and out of it a few times. Algo looks beautiful too, right? There's a lot of altcoins that look good, but again, it all determines and depends on what BTC wants to do, right? If BTC decides to screw everybody over, it's gonna dump. I don't have any XRP. I got rid of my Kava. I have OXT. I already showed you guys what we're targeting. ETH. I have a lot of Litecoin. Litecoin's beautiful. I know that no one likes it for whatever reason, but just imagine what's going to happen once we break this trend line. Take your fib extensions, bottom, top, bottom, boom. Take that. And then after that, boom. Take that. And then after that, 230, boom. Take that right there. It's just upside. 1, 2, 3. LTC is my baby right there. And I really hope it comes back down because I want to buy a lot more. I don't know where it's going to come, but I really hope so. Let's see. CRV. We're still in CRV. I think it was an 8 hour that did it. I think it was the 8 hour. Yeah, it was the 8 hour. I play the 8 hour a lot if you guys haven't. 8 hour and 10 hour I play a lot if you guys haven't noticed. So why did I get into CRV? Well, we made a low, pumped, and look where we retraced. How do you not buy this? What's the number one rule in trading? Always buy the 79% retracement. So we're in here. And my target, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't have a target. Once this thing gets above this fake pump that took place the other day because of the PayPal news, that we're not even, wasn't even the article wasn't even talking about CRV. It was talking about a whole different other company, and it's still pumped. That's how crazy this industry is. I'm targeting all the way up here. You know, so let's have the USDT. Yeah, same with USDT. 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. Same thing, guys. So your 1 to 1 was my 10 hour. There you go. 1 to 1, guys. 2.9 CRB. Beautiful. I'm in ABA, whatever it's called. AVE, ABA. I don't know what the hell you want to call that. I think the whole Discord is in this shitcoin. Everybody aped into this. One of the members found a good entry for us, and everybody aped in. I think we're all in from the 300s right here. We're actually targeting 459, I think, or 499. I forgot. Let me see. What was the target? Yeah, 499, which was up here. So to take out these highs. Right there. 490s, 499 around there. Again, guys, all these altcoins all depend on what BTC has in play for us. BTC rolls over due to the future CMEs, due to Wall Street, whatever. If it just rolls over, everything is going to crap out. So be very cautious with how you're playing this. What else do I want to show you guys? That's pretty much it, guys. Oscillators, I already told you guys what they look like. They look good. Everything looks good, man. Everything looks good. I have no concerns yet. I'll be the first to tell you guys. So, if you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me. Yeah, we just broke above the bands, guys. Come on, that's not really bearish. If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me. The Discord is still open for everybody until tonight. Well, probably tomorrow morning. I'm not going to be up until tonight to close it, but tomorrow morning we should go back to normal. Public versus members. It's going to be completely private, and we are working on probably releasing the website sometime within the next 48 hours. I'll keep you guys posted, and thanks for tuning in. Cheers.